as part of a very comprehensive, just polishing up what we have going on around here. If you look around town, you're going to see some nice little upgrades and nice little improvements everywhere you go. The welcome to Diboll signs are one of those kind of long overdue areas that needed attention. To our knowledge, they're well over 20 years old. The ones that we've recently taken down, and so they served their purpose. They were great while they lasted, but it was time to move on to something a little bigger and better. And yeah, again, when you're looking around, you're looking for opportunities to really highlight who we are and what we do. And what better way than some really nice welcome to Diboll signs when you're coming into town? So those have been on our radar for a little while now. Anyhow, now welcome to Diboll signs to the level that we want don't come cheap. So we've been looking around for some funding. The Booster Club was able to help us out with some of the funding, and so it's really a lot of really very much a partnership between us and the Booster Club here in Diboll to get these things put in. And they'll everyone will see them this afternoon. They're going to make the town proud. It'll definitely be something when you drive north or south into Diboll, you'll notice them as you're coming in, and it's something that's really gonna be a feather in our cap. Really kind of highlight who we are and what we do, and what we're trying to do here. The new modern design with the some of the traditions that you come and appreciate if you're from Diboll. And so, yeah, so when you come into town, it'll be very obvious that we're keeping with those traditions. Very proud of who we are and what we do. And again, we're just looking for every opportunity to highlight what we do, making sure that we're raising that standard for everything that we do in town. We want things to be nice and new and look fresh and be something that our people are proud of. If we're going to do something, I think we've probably proven that in the last several years that if we want to do something, we're going to do it right, and we're going to go all the way. And so Diboll deserves something a little bigger and better than your average, just welcome sign. And so, yeah, we took advantage of the opportunity. We took advantage of the partnership we have with the Booster Club and the funding that they provided. And so, yeah, we didn't go overboard. We went just right with it, and they're going to be very very nice for the city of Diboll.
No, you mentioned they don't come cheap.
No,
Curious to know how much they're going to be costing you.
just a little over $40,000 for the pair. We're going to have one on the north side coming into Diboll and one on the south side on Highway 59, and that way, yeah, you won't be able to come into town without seeing one of them.
Cool. What was the process for getting these signs maybe made? I'm curious to know about the design and who all maybe helped out with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, when you're trying to do something a little bit bigger and nicer than what's been done in the past, there certainly is a process. Number one, there's not a lot of people who can do what we are after. So luckily, we have someone local in Lufkin, Real Graphics, who is capable of doing something a little bit bigger and better. So identifying that vendor was number one. But yeah, when you're getting into artwork and you're wanting a group of people to all agree on something, you can imagine that takes a little longer. Uh, Luckily, we all agreed that in the spirit of things, we wanted to keep with the tradition, the red and white and dye ball, the lumberjack theme, some of those things. So we knew we had an idea of where we wanted to start. I initiated the artwork process, and we had a couple of drafts, and then just went to those in the Booster Club and staff, and eventually nailed something down that we're very proud of, and we know Diebold's going to be proud of it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned this was something that took a lot of time.
Yep.
How long was this in the making?
Uh, I'll tell you, it's been on the radar for probably a year and a half now, replacing them. But the actual finding the money, we've got the money identified. Now we want to figure out how we want to do it. That's been the better part of 4 or 5 months now, working through this process. And again, just getting everything to the point where we're excited and we agreed on the artwork. It's taken a few months for the vendor to get all the pieces put together. I mean, again, these are custom welcome to Dieboll signs. These aren't something you're going to find anywhere else, and we're very proud of that. And it's always a friendly competition with our neighbors to the north and south and everywhere. And we want to make sure that our welcome signs stand out from the rest.